Hi, I'm Justin Pritchard, and back in the day, someone at Nissan had an idea. They said, hey, I'm going to stick a sports car engine in that family sedan. Sounds legit and sort of fun, and back then, decades ago, the Nissan Maxima was born. Today, the all-new latest version of the Maxima, or as Nissan calls it, the original four-door sports car, is here. It's hitting the road with more power, more smarts, and interestingly, more uniqueness than ever. Let's take a look. You're looking at Nissan's top sedan and its top platinum model grade that's so loaded there are no options left to add. Maxima is big and comfy and generously equipped, and it's also engineered to put a smile on the driver's face. And speaking of faces, the new look is a compilation of cutting-edge styling elements, including this menacing grille that looks ticked off and clears the fast lane in a hurry, and the unique greenhouse trim, which gives the impression of a floating roof. Inside, stitching, leathers, use of metal and wood, and the sense of various elements floating over others works towards a one-of-a-kind style, and anywhere your fingers or eyeballs might land, they'll encounter something soft and upscale. The heated and ventilated quilted leather seats wouldn't look out of place in an $80,000 Audi, and layers of contrasting details, materials, and depth, and a nice blend of high-tech and luxury creates a driving atmosphere that does its own thing very, very well. I love how the dash and console are curved towards the driver for a cockpit-like separation between the seating areas. That's one of several sporty touches in here. Another is the flat-bottom steering wheel. Are you a gadget nerd like me? Well, check this out. You can call up stocks, movie listings, sports scores, and even weather forecasts and radar maps right in the dash. There's an around view multi-camera parking system so you don't run over your kid's SpongeBob scooter, and an array of outward-looking hazard detection systems, all intended to provide early warning of potential danger nearby as you're moving around. Doing the moving around is Nissan's award-winning 3.5-liter VQ Series V6, recently given a workover by engineers with a heap of new parts and improved output and efficiency. Now it's good for 300 horsepower and 15% less fuel use during highway cruising, all from an engine that's velvety smooth, happy being worked gently or hard, and one that operates with an eager howl when the pedal hits the carpet. She scoots when you give her the boots, and the engine isn't the only reason why. The use of advanced lightweight materials helps keep the weight down, so Maxima is lighter than you think. And more importantly, the Xtronic CVT transmission helps deliver power very efficiently, since it doesn't confine the engine to operating in the bounds of a traditional stepped-gear transmission, since it has no gears. Nissan nails this gear-free transmission technology. Drive gently and you'd never know you weren't just in a really smooth shifting automatic unless you notice the car accelerating while the revs stay virtually stationary, which saves fuel. But Maxima is a 4DSC, remember, and when you drive this four-door sports car hard, the CVT shines. Engage sport mode and recalibrations see every throttle input met with instant eager pull, the revs climbing right now and then dropping off, simulating the kickdown of an automatic but smoother and faster. Engine revs magnetize towards the power peak, and there's less sensation of choosing, engaging, and accelerating through a gear, and more of a sensation of sailing away on a smooth tidal wave of thrust with nearly startling acceleration. Nissan's latest CVT hits the mark for fuel-saving, refinement, and even high performance, depending on how you drive it. It goes like absolute heck when called upon, and there's a nice polish and refinement that shines through. That's core in the unique and refined performance experience to match that unique body and cabin. The big wheels, thin tires, and fast steering give Maxima an instant response when you dial in a steering input, and that fast steering and some extra heaviness at the wheel, dialed in via the sport mode, give it an eager-to-please, unflustered character for browsing sequential corners and speed. That's the good news. Thing is, first, the suspension keeps fairly busy. Maxima is a big car, and the shocks are on the soft side, so though the wheels feel nicely planted, the body often feels like it's undulating generously over top of them. And at times the steering is a little too quick for the softness of the suspension, so use the sport mode and that heavier steering calibration helps, making it harder to dial in a fast steering input that feels like it startled the car. Simply, some drivers will wish for slightly stiffer shocks. But it doesn't have a squishy, puffy ride like a bag full of gravy rolling down the road. Maxima is a nice cruiser with a softly sporty springiness and noise levels kept very nicely in check. Oh, and the big Bose stereo is fantastic and packs a punch you can feel in your arm hairs. It's a beautiful sports sedan and a beautiful highway cruiser too. Other notes, brakes perform very well with a good, firm, and precise pedal feel that's above average, making Maxima feel as eager to get stationary as it is to get up to speed. Rear seats are generous and comfortable, but they face the same problem as the ones up front. I'm not that tall, and I found myself constantly trying to lower the seat. Headroom for even slightly taller than average drivers will be at a premium. Finally, the trunk, big, deep, wide opening, and even nicely finished the way it should be in a classy ride. Mileage on my watch landed at 8.7 liters per 100 clicks overall, and that's with my heavy foot. That's as good as I've ever seen in a big sedan with 300 horses. Let's sum up this big 300 horsepower sedan that's big on refined performance and even bigger on being unique. You'll like Maxima's liquid smooth drivetrain, comfortable highway ride, unique interior, lengthy list of high tech, and the fuel mileage given the available performance. You may wish for more headroom in front and back and maybe a little more stiffness in the suspension to match the quick and sporty steering with a touch less drama. End of the day, if you're after an all-in-one luxury cruiser, hot rod sedan, and high-tech gadget mobile that's big on refinement and uniqueness, consider the new Maxima worthy of your immediate attention. Thanks for watching.